Hey, something pretty crappy happened to me yesterday, so thought bring some light to it, just vlog myself about my miserable life. But yesterday at work, parked my car at the end of my shift. I went up to it, and for some reason, as soon as I started it, I got a check engine light. The car was vibrating, and yeah, it's a misfire. The check engine light wasn't only on, it was flashing, so yeah, that car was going nowhere. So I'm borrowing my parents' car. Just went to AutoZone to pick up a loaner compression tester, just to make sure the engine is all right. And then I have my OBD scanner. Hopefully it's just a spark plug or something like that, but at worst, that engine block might be cracked. But yeah, we'll find out together. Man, why is it so hot? Alright, so I just parked, we're here now, and there's my car, and I just realized I left the light on. I'm a freaking idiot. I didn't bring jumper cable, so I hope the battery will be okay, but yeah, I have about an hour. Let's see what we can do. So for those of you wondering, this is an 8th generation Honda Civic, the not so fun version of it. And yeah, it's kind of interesting because these cars in their early production had a unique problem in that the engine block would actually crack because of manufacturing defect with the aluminum. So yeah, they had a recall for it, but that ended, 3 or 4 years ago. So yeah, there's no way that I can get this fixed without paying out of pocket. So that's why I got the compression tester, just to make sure that it's not leaking out the engine block. But yeah, let me get my scanner and see what codes come up. So when it comes to a car that has a flashing check engine light, and it's misfiring, there's a couple things that could be wrong with it. It could be a bad spark plug. That's like the easiest fix. It could be a bad oxygen sensor because it can't tell like how much air it's putting in, or it could damage the catalytic converter. We can also have problems with like not enough fuel getting into there, but the fuel pump is working fine. I could hear it pushing, so I don't think it's a fuel issue. And then the worst case scenario, there's a crack in the engine block, which would be just freaking great. So yeah, we'll start troubleshooting and see just how bad the damage is. I'm trying to look for the scan port here. Okay. Yeah, I totally did not use Google to figure that out. Okay, so we got our basic data, read codes. Cylinder 1 misfire. Okay, that's good. So we know at least what cylinder it is. That's not too helpful, actually. Piston numbers are assigned based in the order that they are from the crank. So the one closest to the crank will be number 1, and then from there, we go number 2, number 3, and number 4. So, yeah. I guess we'll pull the spark plug and see what it looks like. me show you what I'm looking at here. So this first cylinder over here is where we're getting the code, cylinder number 1 misfire. However, something that was kind of alarming is that you go to cylinder number 2, it's a little hard to see, but this entire spark plug hole is just soaked in oil. I know this engine has a valve cover gasket leak, but this is pretty bad. But looking at the other spark plug holes, really clean. So I'm gonna have to put paper towels in that before I take the plug out. But yeah, that looks pretty bad. Yeah, just in case you want to look at them, here's spark plugs from left to right. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can get it to focus. They honestly do not look too bad. Even number 2, it was covered in oil. I wiped it up. Not too bad. As far as the spark plug tip goes, there's no cracks in the ceramic, but these are old. These are the original laser iridium NGK spark plugs. So, it might be a good idea to replace it, but we're gonna have to check the compression first for each cylinder just to make sure we're not gonna waste time or money buying spark plugs we don't need. So, this is how this is gonna work. We're gonna plug this Gage here. This is our compression tester here. We're going to plug it into the spark plug holes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crank the engine over a few times, like just like 5 cycles, I guess you could call it, just so we can get an accurate reading. No fuel is going into the cylinders, and the coil packs are unplugged, so there's no spark. All we're doing is just cycling the engine, moving the piston up and down, so we just get air coming in and out. So yeah, we're gonna just test the compression, make sure there's not like a major leak. If there is a major leak, we can tell because the compression will be ridiculously low. And if that's the case, then piece of shit. Yeah, I am a lot more happy than I was last night. So I don't know for sure if the previous owner went ahead with the warranty extension on this engine and got the block replaced, but at least from our compression testing, it looks like a crack block is not our issue. So you can see the PSI ratings for each cylinder that I got there. So it looks like this is just going to be a spark plug issue. Not too much of a headache and not too expensive to fix. So I'll order it, and then after my shift today, I'll go pick it up at another AutoZone that's closer to my workplace. Alright, well, I got myself cleaned up a little bit, but yeah, it's time for me to go to work. Hopefully it's not too bad of a day. I need to order those spark plugs too, which I'll do online. But all in all, everything is looking pretty good for today, and I think I'm gonna get this car out of here tonight. That is my goal. So hopefully that works out. Hopefully. Hey everyone. So just finished work, and I managed to order those spark plugs at an O'Reilly store. I was gonna do an AutoZone, but could get it cheaper at O'Reilly. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drive over there and see if we can get our brand new spark plugs. Hopefully it'll work out and we can just install it very quickly. Alright, so we just picked up the spark plugs. These bad boys over here. A little pricey. I think it was $16 for each. Man, my credit card's probably screaming at me right now. Man, I gotta tell you, I really hate driving in the city. It's just so much traffic, so many pedestrians, and so many roads to just get lost on. It's kind of hectic, very irritating, and when you're trying to get stuff done, man, I'm tired. I'm tired. Hey, we're back. Parked worse than I did last time. What I'm gonna do is just try to clean out those spark plug holes with some of the towels that I have, and then we're gonna drop the new spark plugs in. We're gonna put the coil packs back on top of the spark plugs, hook everything back up, and if it doesn't start and it doesn't remove the check engine light after that, then yeah, we gotta tow this sucker. So yeah, let's get to it. You see, they call it laser iridium because instead of just sparking to ignite the gas fumes, this thing shoots lasers inside your engine. I also completely made that up. Thought I'd show you like what the difference is between like these really old spark plugs are versus the new one. So if you look over here, you notice that there's like a little white part where I don't even know what it's called. It's either the anode, I believe, yeah, that's the anode. And then that's like a little deposit there. And whenever there is enough of a deposit there, then the spark from the tip there will have a much harder time trying to create an arc to this outer tip. And when it's difficult to the point where it doesn't even make a spark, then it'll fail. So if it doesn't spark, then of course you get a misfire. So we get to this very shiny new one. I mean, you can already tell it's new because it's not discolored from wear. For these particular spark plugs, we don't need to check the gap because that can actually damage it. But, shiny, new, not much else to say about it. Yeah, these will go straight into the car and hopefully it runs at that point. Okay, well, everything is pretty much back together and I think we're ready to fire it up. Some of you are probably wondering like what toolbox I use. Well, yeah, I don't really have a portable toolbox, so everything should work. You shut that up. So yeah, we're just gonna start it up like normal. I'm not gonna do anything. We're gonna wash that check engine light and turn it to the on, let the fuel pump run just a little bit so we get the injectors primed, and we're gonna start it. Okay. Well, it's still shaking. And it's actually vibrating worse. Alright, so what we've done up until now has not solved the problem. So the spark plugs were not the issue. I mean, at least we got new spark plugs, I guess, but there's still a major issue. So I'm just gonna plug in my scanner. We're gonna double check that it is still the same cylinder that is misfiring, and if it is, we'll swap over that coil pack, and if we can get it running, at least getting a cylinder number 1 running, then I think we'll be good. There we go. Okay, so we have cylinder number 1. Yep, so the pending code is cylinder 1. So we still have the same problem, which is good. Nothing has changed, so we know at least that. We're gonna swap over the coil packs. And if that doesn't make a difference, then what else could it be actually? We'll find out. We'll find out. I've gone ahead and I swapped the coil pack from cylinder number 1 with cylinder number 4. So we're gonna start it up again, and if it detects that a different cylinder is misfiring this time, then we know it's the coil pack. So we are connected. Let's go ahead and start. Yeah, still misfiring. Be quick about this. Okay, cool. So I think I figured it out. So we just got a new pending code. Before it said cylinder 1 misfire, and then now we have another code, which is P0304, cylinder 4 misfire detected. So simply by swapping over that coil pack, that means that one of them has failed. And I technically have wasted my money on spark plugs that I did not need. But that's okay. I have new spark plugs. I have no money. So let's go buy a coil pack. Damn it, I just went to O'Reilly's. I just sent in another order just for 1 coil pack because there's only 1 that's failing. The store closes in like 1 hour. I don't know if they can get the part ready in time. So I'm kind of just sitting here waiting for a confirmation email. I might have to come back tomorrow actually to get this car running again. So I think I am gonna call it a night. I'm gonna get some goddamn coffee because I'm craving that real bad. And I'll come back here tomorrow. Hopefully it's not towed. Hopefully the security actually knows what's going on. I called them. I told them like my license plate numbers and everything. But I think I only said for 1 day, but hopefully they get what's going on, and then I'll come the first thing in the morning. Alright, well, I got my food, and I'm pretty happy about that. But funnily enough, just as I was waiting for my food, I got an email telling me that my order is ready for pickup at the store. The only trouble is like right now it's 8:15 p.m. That store closes at 9. I think I could probably get there in 20 minutes, but I'm probably going to piss off some of the employees there. But yeah, if I can get my coil pack today, we can turn on my car, and if it works, then I know that at any point I can just come pick it up. So I'm gonna try to gun it. Hopefully my food doesn't get too cold. But yeah, let's give it a shot. Why is it so freaking humid? Alright, so we made it in a good amount of time. That's like 8:29 p.m. And we got our ignition coil. Yeah, dropped us in there. If it runs, it runs. And we can get into a place that's far more convenient to work on after that. So I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna eat first, and then I'll install it. So let's get going. So we're gonna open the hood. We're gonna unplug the coil pack that I swapped over. So right now it should be cylinder number 4. We're gonna swap it with this new one I bought, and then hopefully that fixes the problem. Get that new ignition coil installed into cylinder number 4. Yeah. This is really it. So, just normal. And well, would you look at that? It's running completely normal again. Okay. So 4 spark plugs later and a new ignition coil, and we're back to normal. Alright, so we're just gonna let the car run for a little bit, you know, just get that battery charged up, because it's been going through these cycles quite a few times. But yeah, it's working like it used to, so I guess that's it. I'm tired as fuck. So you're probably wondering, hey Adry, what about that check engine light? What are you gonna do about that? Alright, so the codes have just been erased, and when we turn on the car, yeah, as you can see, there is no check engine light. We can give it a few seconds, but we have a live data here, and if we go into read codes, pending codes, we have nothing. I mean, of course we just cleared it, but you know, nothing immediately trips off the computer. And the car sounds exactly the same as it did when I first got it, so I think we fixed it. So I think the takeaway here is that, you know, when you get stranded and you're not sure what's wrong with your car, give up, because everything sucks ass and you're gonna be sweating your balls off for like 12 hours straight, and you're gonna regret every single life decision you have made up until this point, and you're gonna wonder why the hell you even exist. Alright guys, so that about wraps it up for this video, and if you liked it, let me know in the comments, get subscribed, and smash that like button like I smashed your mom. Oh wait.